Hi Mandira, thank you so much for talking with us. We're really excited to have you speaking with us today. When we asked people that we're going to be speaking with Mandira, we got a lot of questions. The first one being, describe Mandira as the mother.
Well, Mandira as a mother came along too late, firstly. I waited really long to become a mom. I was very career oriented. And now that I've become a mom, I think that is the best thing I've done in my life. Become a mom. And the kind of joy that my son brings me, I don't think anything in the world can bring me. I'm a hands-on mom. I'm a hands-on working mom, which is even harder. Fortunately, I don't have a 9-to-5 job. I have a kind of job where a couple of days a week I'm totally busy and my time does not belong to me. But when it belongs to me, then it's only about my son. So it's like this. If I'm traveling, then my husband takes over. But if I'm not in the city, then I can't physically give my time. But when I am in the city, everything revolves around his timings. I drop him to school, I go to the gym, I carry on my meetings, I do everything connected with my life while he's in school. And then when it's school pickup time, I go pick him up. In fact, after this launch, I head straight to school to pick him up.
Okay, awesome.
So it's all about him. The days I'm in the city, when I'm not in the city, then unfortunately my time doesn't belong to me. But the good thing is it's not a 9-to-5 job, so I can make time.
So you can choose your flexibility.
Yes.
That's the biggest advantage of being in the profession that you are. With so much of social media and being in the media glare all the time, is there a lot of pressure to be to be back, to prove to people that I didn't go anywhere and I'm back and I'm on top of my game? Was there ever an iota of doubt, because you said that you're a working mom? Will I get back? Will I get the same quality of work back?
Absolutely. I have to tell you, it's now been 20 years in entertainment for me. 20 years is a damn long time, right? But when I was pregnant, it was about 16 years in entertainment. So I thought to myself, 16 years is a long time. I've had a good run. I can't complain. And somewhere in my head, I made up my mind and thought of plan B. And I thought to myself that even if I don't get back into entertainment post my baby's birth and post getting back on my feet, that's fine. I'm somewhere in my head, I said for entertainment, I was happy.
I've done it all.
I've had a really, really good run. I was working till my 7th month of my pregnancy. It was the year of the World Cup, so I was doing the World Cup with the news channels. So cricket was till the 7th month. Cricket was very much a part of my life. After my baby's birth, I think when he was about 4.5 months old, I made my first appearance and I did my first event, and I haven't looked back since. So I touch wood and I thank God. I'm very, very grateful that opportunities continue to come my way. And I feel, in fact, at this particular point of time, this last month and the next month that follows, is the busiest phase I've ever had in my life.
In those 20 years?
In these 20 years, because apart from being a mom, I'm doing a show on television at the moment as well, and I've also become a designer, so I run a store, and I've got my hands full. When people say, what are you busy with? I say, I don't have time to breathe. So God is very kind.
Awesome. When we were growing up, things were limited, resources were limited. How do you keep Veer grounded with the abundance of everything that he has?
Well, I'll tell you something, it has a lot to do with your own upbringing. My parents brought me up in such a way that I never got everything that I wanted. Sure, like every child, I threw tantrums, but even tantrums were not tolerated. So I am very thankful for the upbringing, and now I realize it, now that I've become a mom, right? When you're at the receiving end of stuff as a kid, and you're like, why are my parents so mean to me? Why are they so strict with me? But now I realize the value of all that. And even now, I have the resources, but I still think twice about spending money. I think to myself, I don't really need this. Why am I of course indulgences are allowed now and then, but even with myself, I have a control over what I buy and what I do, and I feel the same way as a parent with Veer. So we go anywhere and I say, you're allowed to, he goes to a toy shop and wants everything. And I've always told him that even for his birthday presents, we put them all away and we pull out one a month. And that's what my mom did with me. So I think a lot of the upbringing that I've had is what I'm trying to instill, what I'm trying to sort of impart as far as my son is concerned. So even with Veer, he's in the stage of, I want to buy this, I want to buy that. He tells me I want to buy an aeroplane, and I say to him, you know what? When you grow up, finish your studies, you get your job, and you earn your own money, you can buy that.
Right.
So he says that now. Every time he says I want to buy that, I say, you know what? And he says, yeah, but when I earn my own money.
Awesome. So that's already.
It's already instilled at age 4.
How do you think the role of the father has changed in the last couple of years? In the parenting ecosystem, like, do you feel they're hands-on?
Well,
From diapering to dropping, do you think they can do it all?
In my case, I'm very blessed that I have a very hands-on husband who's a very hands-on dad, and he has really helped me along the way. And my job, as I said, makes me travel. We have a pact between us that when I'm traveling, he cannot travel. When he's traveling, I cannot travel. So there's always one parent around.
Right.
And we have in our building, in our bungalow, we have his office in the basement.
Okay.
So he's
accessible.
He's
at all
accessible
points.
and there. Now I can't say with people who are like-minded and come from similar socio-economic backgrounds. To us, I think the role of parenting has it's now. I can't say an equal share, because a mom is a mom, come what may. But fathers have become very contributing as far as parenthood is concerned. I'm blessed and I'm very lucky that my husband is so hands-on as a dad. And I actually do remember the time that he actually changed. The first time he changed a diaper, I just watched nervously.
Will he do it right?
Will he do it right? But Pampers as a brand, I'm a Pampers mom, and as a brand, it's as a product, it's so easy.
Easy, yeah.
So I'm saying, okay, this is quite easy. Now we should challenge him with something a little more difficult, right? So he's even the whole putting him to sleep kind of thing. He's contributed a lot in that.
And the sleepless nights, he's happy to wake up.
He's kind of shared the load. Kind of, I say, not entirely.
Okay, awesome. One question that everybody wants to know is, what is Mandira's fitness regime, and what does she eat? Does she eat at all? So
I eat a lot. I love my food, and I need food to keep, to give me the energy to do all the things that I'm doing. So food is, giving up food is not
an option.
It's not on the cards. I mean, not an option at all. I do exercise, and I've always said this. People ask me, how did you get back? I'm thinner, leaner, fitter now post the baby than I was before the baby. So before my son. So I'm saying, I ran my marathon after the baby. I've half marathon, 21K. I've performed. I think I'm stronger and fitter and leaner post the baby. The only piece of advice I give to moms who are pregnant or who have just delivered and they want to shed their weight is you've got to do it immediately. Don't wait.
Yeah.
So you wait those 40 days out and then just start by walking, start by some kind of exercise, start by controlling your food a little bit. It's never, not while you're pregnant, and even post that.
It's never got to be extreme.
No. A lot of moms think that it's about eating for two. When I'm feeding, I'm also eating for two. No, it's none of that. You don't need to take. It's not about any great amount of extra calorie intake, because I fed my son for 11 months. He was on formula and my feed, and I did not have to eat for two people. I lost my weight, I put on 20 kilos, 22 kilos to be exact.
We put on the same amount.
That's a lot of weight. I don't know why I put on that much, because my baby was only 3 kilos when he came out.
Yeah.
Like so much weight.
So much ready to go. Yeah.
But you got to do it immediately after.
Right.
Otherwise your body gets used to that extra weight, and then to shed it is very difficult.
Okay. Another question that a lot of people asked us was about postpartum depression. A lot of moms today go through, especially working moms, because they've had a life, then there's a baby, they don't know how to deal with it, and then they feel, will I have my life back again?
I went through that, and not many moms like to share it, but I like to share it because I think moms when they have their babies and they feel these kind of feelings, they shouldn't feel like they're alone. That
Right.
this is what is wrong with me that I'm feeling like this. At this point of time, my son is the person I love the most in the whole world. But at the time that he was born and he was in front of me, I didn't feel those feelings of love. I was feeling a little like overwhelmed, upset. I had these thoughts of, I didn't sign up for this. My God, my life is going to change completely. I was fortunately, my depression didn't last very long, but for 40 days, I was a mess. I didn't know whether I could look after myself or the baby or us both, and I had a very supportive husband who saw me through it. But I did go through that postpartum depression, and it was something I couldn't understand, couldn't explain. But I got over it, and I'm telling you, you don't necessarily fall in love with your baby right the moment the baby's born. I'm like, what is this little funny looking rat in front of me? And then you fall in love with him, and then you say, this is the most important person in the world to me. So postpartum depression, a lot of women go through it. I did too. And
it's normal.
It's normal. It'll pass, and you have to believe this too shall pass, and it does.
In a word, couple of questions. Is the phase where you're diaper changing, is that easier, or when they're out of it and grow a little older and get brains of their own is easier?
Hello, listen, I don't think anything is easy. As a parent, you get every age and every stage comes with its set of challenges. When you're a new mom and you're changing diapers and you're feeding and the baby's not communicating to you what's wrong, or when there's colic and things like that, you at that stage are so overwhelmed, and you're a new mom, so you're like, what is going on? How difficult is this? Then at age 2, there are those terrible 2s when they start thinking for themselves and doing stuff and walking, and then you're baby proofing the house. That comes with its own set of challenges. Now at age 4, there's so many things you got to try and explain to the child, because he's now starting
reasoning,
questioning. So there's that. And then listen, it goes on every age, every stage. When your kid becomes a teenager, there's a whole new set of. So as a parent, it never stops.
Yeah.
Every age has its own set of challenges, and you have to deal with those as they come along.
Okay. In a word, what?
Oh, sorry, I'm sorry. That was not an inner word answer. That was a many word answer.
In a word, what helps you balance your life and work and your family?
There's as a working mom, there's very little balance. I'm sorry to say, it's not easy. As a working mom, every single day is a juggle, and that juggle is a struggle. There's no balance. You have to find a formula for every single day, and that's how it is. So parents should also know that it's not easy.
Yeah.
It's not like even for us, it's not. It's a lot of work, and as a working mom, it's more work, and you have to find that way to multitask and to manage your responsibilities. So it's just not easy. Know that.
Okay. One tantrum you hate dealing with?
Oh, there are a few, but the food tantrums. The when I don't want to eat and I don't want this food, and sometimes meal times become battles and become very long. That's the one I don't like, because at the end of the day I want to feed him so he can grow and be nourished.
It's
and
food.
Be happy.
It's food. You need it.
Yeah,
just eat it.
That's the one. Yeah, that's the one I struggle with.
Okay. And one thing that you want to say to all moms who feel, the working moms who feel like the guilt of going to work and they just can't deal with it. So one thing you want to say to them?
Yeah. That guilt is something that everybody deals with. I'm just saying it's all right. You have to just know that whatever you're doing, you're trying your best. It's okay. And I feel the guilt, and you'll feel the guilt, and that guilt is something that we can't escape when we're mums who are hands-on, when we're mums who love our kids. So just know that it's okay. You're feeling the guilt, I feel the guilt too, and then you make it up. You find ways of making it up.
Okay.
Not by buying your kids presents, because that's not a good idea.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you so much, Mandira. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Hi, this is Mandira Bedi, and you're watching me on Kidsstoppress.com.